TradeStation promises ultra-low commissions, sometimes even $0 stock trades. But does that pricing still make sense once volume tiers, options fees, and other platform costs kick in? I dug through the full TradeStation pricing structure, commissions, volume tiers, routing fees, inactivity charges, hidden fees, and more, and I'm going to show you exactly how much traders pay at different volumes, and when the platform may actually cost more than competitors like Thinkorswim. Now, before we go into the details of TradeStation pricing to figure out how much traders pay at different volumes, let's get one thing clear first. Who is this platform actually built for? TradeStation is specifically designed for active traders, professional investors, and advanced retail traders who want advanced trading tools and deep market analysis. We're talking about people who trade every day, maybe multiple times a day. The strongest thing TradeStation has going for it is the platform itself. You get advanced charting, automated trading strategies, fast order execution, and extensive technical analysis tools. It's built for traders who need speed, customization, and professional-level data. But don't just take my word for it. During my deep dive into this platform, I came across this trader who said in this review that TradeStation is the best broker and trading platform that he's used. He mentioned the integration with TradingView and multi-charts that works really well, and he pointed out that the trading platforms themselves are very intuitive and user-friendly. He also said that they're comparable with the main competitors, and mentioned the low commissions. I think this tells us something important. TradeStation built their whole model around people who trade a lot. Not casual investors, but active traders who need speed, tools, and fair pricing. So, if you're tired of paying the same commission whether you trade 10 times or 1,000 times a month, TradeStation might be your next move. It's really built for the trader who wants control without complexity and the added cost. Okay, so now that we know exactly who this platform is built for, let's take a deeper look into TradeStation's pricing and break down what you're actually paying. And here's the thing about TradeStation. Their whole pricing philosophy is built around one simple idea. Trading more should never mean paying more. They've set up volume-based pricing that actually rewards you for being active. The more you trade each month, the lower your commissions go. So let me walk you through exactly how that works. TradeStation uses 4 different tiers for pricing. Tier 1 is for lower volume. Tier 4 is for the highest volume traders. And here's what's really smart. Your tier is updated during the month whenever you surpass a volume threshold, and it applies to the following month. So let me give you a real example. Say you trade 1,002,000 shares by August 10th. You'll get upgraded to tier 3 for the rest of August and all of September. If your trading volume falls below 1 million in September, you'll be downgraded in October. Now, here's something important. Each asset class has its own separate tiers. Your activity in stocks doesn't affect your options pricing, and your options volume doesn't touch your futures rates. They're completely independent. Let's start with stocks and ETFs because that's where most traders begin. Stock and ETF commissions are charged per share, and the rates drop as your volume goes up. At the highest tier, commissions can effectively drop to 0 per share for standard equity trades, though regulatory and routing fees can still apply depending on how the order is executed. Now, here's an important detail I actually need to point out. For exchange-traded equities executed below $1 per share, and for all OTC equities executions, the commission charge is ½ cent per share. Also, if you choose direct routed equity orders, there's an additional per share routing fee. That is something to keep in mind if you're particular about how your orders get filled. Now, options are where the tier structure really starts to save you money. Options commissions are charged per contract per side, and they break it down between single-leg and multi-leg strategies. At Tier 1, for 0 to 500 contracts per month, single-leg options run 80 cents per contract. Multi-leg runs 40 cents. Move up to Tier 2, 501 to 1,000 contracts, and single-leg drops to 60 cents, and multi-leg drops to 30 cents. See how that works? Tier 3, 1,001 to 10,000 contracts, and that takes you down to 50 cents for single leg and 25 cents for multi-leg. And finally, at Tier 4, over 10,000 contracts per month, both single leg and multi-leg go to absolute 0. So that is massive saving if you're trading some serious volume. Now, index options are priced a bit differently. They run from 60 cents to $1 per contract depending on your tier. At Tier 4, index options are 60 cents. At Tier 1, they're $1. Futures trading has its own tier structure too, and it's separate from stocks and options, so let's break down the regular futures contracts first. So at Tier 1, you're paying about $1.75 per contract per side, not including exchange and clearing fees, which varies depending on the futures contract. Tier 2, 501 to 1,000 contracts, drops to $1. Tier 3, 1,001 to 10,000 contracts, that goes down to 80 cents. And Tier 4, over 10,000 contracts, takes you to 50 cents. Micro futures are even cheaper across the board. Tier 1 is 50 cents, Tier 2 is 40 cents, Tier 3, 30 cents, and Tier 4 is 25 cents. The rest of TradeStation's fees are fairly standard compared to other brokers. But there are a few account fees that I want to make sure you don't miss. First is the inactivity fee. This is $10 per month if your account doesn't meet minimum activity requirements. But here's the good news, it's free if you're actually trading. So if you're active, you'll never see this charge. If you transfer your account to another broker, the outgoing transfer fee is $125. Sending wires is $25 domestic and $35 international. Returned checks or ACH returns cost $25 each. For retirement accounts, there's an annual IRA fee of $35 and a $50 termination fee if you close the account. One thing that sets TradeStation apart is their platform. If you open a brokerage account, the trading platform is free. You get Radar Screen, OptionStation Pro, Portfolio Maestro, strategy backtesting, all of it. Though some market data subscriptions may still cost extra, you get a ton for what you put in. But if you want to use the platform just for analysis without a brokerage account, there are subscription fees. For active traders, opening the brokerage account just makes more sense here. You get the tools for free, and you can trade whenever you're ready. So, when you look at TradeStation pricing across all of these categories, what you're really deciding is how much you trade and what you trade. The tier structure rewards higher volume, so the more you trade, the less you pay per trade, and for active traders, that can add up to some real savings. So to see how this pricing actually feels in real trading, I looked at some feedback from traders who use the platform daily, and I found a few responses. Here's one trader who summed it up perfectly in his review. He said that he's used different charting platforms like MT4, MT5, Thinkorswim, and others, but he feels confident with the level of accuracy and manageability that he gets with TradeStation. He said that he'd recommend it to other active traders as well. I think that's the kind of feedback that tells you that the platform really delivers where it counts, because when you're looking at TradeStation pricing, what you're really deciding is how much automation and power you want. The lower tiers give you solid tools, and the higher tiers reward you for doing what you're already doing, trading more. So, is TradeStation pricing worth it, or is it overpriced for what you get? Well, here's my honest take after digging through their fee structure. If you're a really active trader, then TradeStation pricing starts to look like a bargain. Not because it's the cheapest on every single individual trade, but because the pricing model rewards you for trading more, and you can save more over time with larger volumes. I came across a discussion on Reddit here where someone asked about TradeStation. He wanted some thoughts on the brokerage and platform. He'd been using Thinkorswim for 5 years and wanted to upgrade to something better. He asked if TradeStation was a good choice. Another trader answered him, and this answer really stuck with me. So this trader said that he uses both platforms. Most of his trades are performed by his own custom algorithmic trading bots, and he said that he likes TradeStation's APIs a lot more than Thinkorswim's. And most importantly, TradeStation doesn't limit the number of trades per day like Thinkorswim does. He also mentioned that Thinkorswim charges regulatory fees and that TradeStation doesn't, and since he does high-volume trading, most of his trades happen on TradeStation. So yeah, that's some real-world comparison from someone who uses both platforms every single day. Now, if you're ready to get started with TradeStation and you want to lock in the best possible deal, here's how to do it. Head down to the description of this video and click the link. That's it. We've worked directly with TradeStation to secure the best pricing deal currently available for our viewers. This link gives you access to TradeStation's current commission structure at the best possible rate. And because the pricing can change, we will do our best to keep that link updated with the latest offers. Don't pay full price if you don't have to. Use the link, get started, and let the platform start paying for itself.